Well, a bipartisan group of lawmakers are now looking to get the border surge under control with a new immigration bill. Our next guest says border security is paramount, but he says it needs to be done with immigration reform that does not include citizenship, but does provide for legal status. He is Congressman Carlos Gimenez. He's a Republican from Florida who serves on the House Homeland Security Committee. And Congressman, you represent the bottom part of Florida. You were born in Cuba. Welcome. Thank you for being here. First, the border right now. You visited twice. You're going to go back soon. To you, what is the situation like and what should be done?
It's chaotic, and there are a lot of things that bother me about what's going on. The Biden-Harris policies are actually separating families at the border because young kids under 18 years old are allowed to stay on this side. And so what happens is, that's why we're seeing so many unaccompanied minors crossing the border, thousands and thousands of them, putting them at risk and danger. The policies are also enriching the multinational cartels to the tunes of hundreds of millions of dollars a month. We have policies now that we're actually paying our contractors on our side to not construct the wall, hundreds of millions of dollars not to construct the wall. Part of that wall is also a levee system that is supposed to protect our residents and our citizens from flooding. So that's not being done. So there's a whole myriad of stuff that's happening at the border that concerns me, and the policies of this administration are to blame for this surge that we're seeing at the border.
Yeah, that's unbelievable that they're being paid. I guess they must have the contracts. You contracted to build the wall, and then if you stop it, you still got to pay the money. That's unbelievable.
That is.
How do we fix this?
Well, I think that, we need to revert to some of the policies that we had in the past. I mean, holding, asylum seekers on the Mexican side of the border will disincentivize people from coming. Look, if you know that you can get to the other side, to our side of the Rio Grande, and basically be processed and then released into the country, you have a really good shot at just staying here in the United States, which is your end game. And so the old policy of processing them at the other side of the border really reduced the likelihood that you were ever going to make it over successfully by 90%. And so, people understand the odds. That's why you have this huge surge. And so, restoring those policies with Mexico, restoring the policies and agreements that we had with Guatemala and El Salvador and Honduras, that needs to be restored. And then the rule of law. We need to add additional judges at the border so we can process these asylum cases, much quicker. So there's a whole myriad of stuff that we need to do, and it's really common sense. We need to follow what the Customs and Border Protection agents have said. They need more people, they need technology, and they need infrastructure. And that infrastructure is actually completing that wall. And so we've already going to spend the money. Why don't you let the contractors go ahead and finish what they started so that we don't waste tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars and paying people not to do anything?
Finally, on that point, I mean, are you surprised that most people don't know that they just think, they stopped the wall and we're paying for the wall not to be built?
Yeah, I think most people, I didn't know it until I got there. And then our Customs and Border Protection people said, oh, by the way, see all that equipment, all that material, et cetera, we're paying those contractors not to build the wall. To me, that's insanity. I mean, you're paying not to build the wall, and the Customs and Border Protection people are saying, agents are saying, we need that wall, those portions of the wall to be completed because that's a force multiplier. It actually, at the end, will save us money. We won't need as many Customs and Border Protection agents to guard the border if we have the wall, if we have technology, and restoration of some of these policies. And so, to me, it's insanity, and it's all ideological. It's got nothing to do with common sense or what's really happening at the border.
Well, we're paying not to build the wall, says Congressman Carlos Gimenez from Florida. Congressman, thank you for that surprising insight, and we want you back after you have your next visit very shortly to the border.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Of course.